So you're thinking about leaving Texas, huh? And you're just not too sure if moving to the next door neighbor in New Mexico is gonna be a right fit for you. Well, I find it interesting that the more conversations that we actually have with people who are looking to relocate from here, and we've helped out people from Dallas, Houston, and San Antonio now, there's a couple of relevant things that they have brought up during these conversations that we have with them over the phone when we're trying to help them throughout this whole process. So in today's video, we're going to be getting into the 5 topics that these people have let us know personally is the reason why they're moving down here. So hang tight, grab your pen and your pad, and let's get into today's video. Oh, great state of Texas. Couldn't imagine why some people are actually thinking of leaving some of these pretty cool cities that I personally find pretty interesting when I do the research on why people are leaving these cities, because they have a ton to offer. So I always ask our people, why? Why is it that you're choosing to leave versus staying? I mean, there's so much great things happening there. Why would you choose to leave? Truth is that not a lot of people actually agree with or want what is happening in these major cities, like the fast growth, the rise in home prices, and just all these economical things and cultural things that are going on that they just kind of see that no longer really is feasible or exists within these cities. And I'm not one to make these claims, right? It's all over the internet. And you know, along with the research that we do, people tell us these things on why they're leaving these other cities. And I got to remind you guys that if this is your first time tuning into the Living in Albuquerque channel, welcome. My name is Eli. Go ahead and hit that subscribe and notification bell down at the bottom. That way you guys never miss out on any videos, guys, because we are dropping videos like this every week talking about what this beautiful state and city have to offer down here in New Mexico. So if that's something that you're interested in, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. And as much as I love doing these videos, guys, I would love to also help you out with your real estate needs, because as licensed brokers here in the state of New Mexico, we love to make sure that you're getting all the right information. So that number popping up on the screen is my direct line. Feel free to reach out at any time because I love to help. All across the news, they have these claims of snowpocalypse, super scorching heats all over Texas, and those long summer heats, guys, are starting to even sound worse than the ones that they experience in Arizona. So with that being said, people are just tired of that, right? The climate, for one, in Texas is all over the place, right? Some places just get pummeled with snow. Some places it's just, 100 plus temps for weeks on during the summer. Like, it's crazy, right? And people are looking for something that's a little bit more mild, a little bit more manageable, right? We call it hot and mild, like the chili sauces that we have here within our state, no pun intended. And that's what New Mexico offers to a ton of people that are actually looking to move here. Now, whether you're looking to retire or you have a young family and you got kiddos and you want to enjoy more time outside, doing that in New Mexico is going to be a lot easier than Texas. I almost guarantee it, because we have pretty much year-round good weather, like 300 plus sunny days. In the summer, it's like an average in the 90s, and then the winter, it's like 50s to 60s. Don't ask us about this week because it's pretty freezing cold out there. I mean, right now it's 33 degrees, and just like an hour ago, it was like almost 18 degrees. So it is pretty cold right now. There's a cold front coming in, and that usually only lasts about a couple of days, versus in Texas where it can last a little longer, and you might get hit with a lot more snow than we do. Here it snows early in the morning, and then by noon it's gone as soon as that summer comes out. So a ton to offer as far as the climate goes. Now, I'm not making any of this stuff up or fluffing it up. It's actually pretty cool to see the compare and contrast as far as like the climate here versus like a Austin or a Dallas, where they deal with like humidity and stuff like that. Right here, it's not as humid. We do have some humidity, but for the most part, it's pretty dry. All right, I gotta put on my glasses for this one here, because a couple notes that I took down here says that Texas actually has a lower cost of living, and a lot of people find that hard to believe that I would actually say that. It is a little cheaper to live in Texas, but in some of these major cities, if we are comparing Albuquerque to like a Houston and Austin or San Antonio, the home prices are just like astronomically different. Like in these other major cities, you can see an average home price of around $450,000 to around $500,000. Here in Albuquerque, it's around $330,000. What's going on, guys? I just wanted to interrupt the video to remind you guys that there is a free relocation guide down in the description for you guys to download, and also go and search homes in our website that is also linked down below. You're gonna find everything that you need as far as like getting all the right information before you make the move down here, connecting with us, and getting more information. But enough for me, let's get back to the video. And that's usually even for a new home, even for rents. When we are talking about rent in Texas, it's usually around $2,000. Here in New Mexico, it's $1,100 to $1,300. Not a huge difference, but enough to save you some money, right? That $500 spread could mean groceries, utilities paid for the next couple months, right? And the average utility cost here is under $200. What does that offer in terms for somebody that's looking to move here? Well, flexibility in your financial situation, right? You're not going to be spending way more money just to keep up with the Joneses. You're not going to have to spend all this money because you're putting a bunch of miles on your car because your average commute is like super long and super crazy, right? So you're not putting this wear and tear on your lifestyle, and you're actually going to be spending less because people here tend to do more things outside. They tend to go out into nature, do hikes and all these different things that really don't cost anything for you to go and do. So super low cost living here in terms of like the lifestyle, right? It's not keeping up with the Joneses versus a major city that is a little bit more fast paced. There's always something going on. So it always seems like you're spending money just to do things. Which leads me into the next topic, which is going to be the fast-paced lifestyle. A lot of people are tired of that, believe it or not. I talk with people that are not even close to retiring that are like, I'm just tired of the stress, the anxiety, always feeling like I have to do something. I want to be able to slow down. And a lot of people with young kids have this conversation with me because as a dad, I get it. Like, I've always been go, 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 go. You look up, 10 years has passed, and you're just like, man, where did time go? And that's where I'm at right now. So I really vibe out with this topic because when you're talking about slowing down, you're talking about spending time on things that really matter to you more, right? Especially if you're not spending hours, like an hour and a half in traffic. Your average commute here is going to be like less than 30 minutes, guys. So the less time that you spend in traffic, the more time you have to spend with your family, the more time you have to do the things that you like, right? To pour back into the quality things that actually make life worth living. Like for me, it'd be going on a bike ride, going fishing, going hiking, or just hanging out with my wife and my kiddos, taking them out for a treat, coffee, whatever the case is, right? Or just enjoying like a festival or local market on the weekends. Like that's how good it is here as far as like the relaxed, slow-paced lifestyle. Some people don't like it, and again, it's not for everybody, but for those who are looking for something a little bit more relaxed, a little bit more on the slower pace, New Mexico might actually be a good fit. Now, one topic that I always bring up in these videos when I compare and contrast these different states and different cities is going to be the culture. New Mexico and Albuquerque has its own culture, guys. Like it's super unique when it comes down to it. Now, again, there is some bigger influences. We've talked about that before, but really altogether, it's a cauldron of cultures coming together to really celebrate this environment that we live in, right? So community is huge here. Festivals, markets, local things are super big here. Like local shops and local stores actually thrive here, and people are more prone to support local things versus these bigger box stores when it comes down to it. So in all reality and retrospect of stuff, guys, I mean, down from the green chili, pozole, sopas, like these are things that originated here in New Mexico. Now, everybody else can try to say that they got their own spin or they did it first or whatever. I'm here to tell you, we did it first. All the haters in the comments can say what they want. Aside from the food, the people, like just your overall experience is going to be super authentic. It's going to feel natural. You're going to walk in places like Old Town and really get a feel for the vibe that people here actually care about our environment. There's an interesting fact that I have because New Mexico is like the 4th largest state or something like that in comparison to Texas. Like Texas is like half of the western United States, so it's huge. But when it comes down to being inhabited, New Mexico is about a little over 30% inhabited by people. So the area that you see to explore, to go out and enjoy nature, or just space in between your neighbors. Like, I know people are looking for that because there's a lot of master plan, pre-planned communities in Texas, and especially if you are living within like the cities of Dallas, Austin, and Houston. Like, it seems like everybody's trying to like stack things up as close as possible. These developers are truly really trying to maximize their profits by putting these properties as close as they can, right? Which, nothing wrong with that. Some people like that. There is some upsides to that, like low maintenance, you know, your neighbors are super close to you. I personally enjoy apartment living, so it's really all going to come down to the person. But if you are looking for more space in between your neighbors, you want a little bit more yard, or you just want to feel like you can actually breathe when you go outside, and you get the opportunity to actually create authentic connections with people, because you don't feel like this overwhelming sense of buildings and people, overcrowded like areas. Like, it's actually pretty nice to get out there and enjoy it, right? Especially with somebody like me, that you guys would have never guessed that I actually have social anxiety, right? I am a pretty extrovert person, but like in some places, like when I go to the mall during the weekend, it's like I gotta get in and get out because there's just too much people there for me, right? It's just one of those things. So there is areas that I personally now go to, get like coffee, go out and have dinner, or go out and just have a good bite to eat, that I know are not going to be super busy. So if you're somebody like me and you're moving down here, whether you suffer from that or not, I can help you find those spots. So a little bit about me in today's video, guys, just giving you guys an insight to who I am, right? I'm still a human being that lives and breathes everything that we do here in New Mexico. So when I tell you this kind of information, it's not fabricated. It's not something I just copied and pasted from Google. It's actual experience from living here 30 plus years. So if you guys are interested in finding out whether or not moving here is actually going to be a good fit for you guys, that number popping up on the screen is my direct line. Feel free to reach out at any time. I'd love to help you guys out with that move. So if you're thinking about buying, I'd love to help. If you're looking to rent, we got some great resources for you. And don't forget to download that free relocation guide that me and my team created for you guys down in the description. So I'm gonna get back to work. It's lunchtime. I'm hungry. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.